Hi guys, welcome back to the Thornton 100 Motorcycles YouTube channel. As you will have seen in our previous video, I built this bike for me to ride nearly 3,000 miles around the Alps, and I just got back from my trip. This bike absolutely exceeded so many expectations and turned so many heads, and I had an absolutely fantastic time. Now, all of the options that we designed and built for this motorcycle worked absolutely fantastically. So we designed the carbon fiber wheels with Rotobox, and they were made just for us and our wide wheel bobbers, and you can now spec these as an option on one of our new wide wheel bobbers, which is a really cool option. They're super lightweight, allowing you to accelerate harder and also brake quicker and chuck it into those corners as well. So they are really good options, and I thoroughly recommend them over the spoke wheels, as well as having them tubeless as well. Gives you a few more options when it comes to punctures. So I didn't have any punctures luckily on my trip, but if we did have one, we could just kind of fix it from the outside of the tyre and carry on with our trip, and hopefully not spend too much of our day working on the bike. Now, I actually didn't have to touch this bike at all, which is such a nice thing when we go on the trip. Now, we obviously prep all of our bikes super well at Thornton 100, and the ultimate test is a long road trip in severe weather conditions, so we can be going from high 20s in the bottom of the valleys down to very low single digit numbers and up even into snow at the top of the mountain passes as well. So on our way up, we might be going through tunnels, which is where the pier lights came in very well. So those things, click them on and you can illuminate the whole tunnel. They're absolutely fantastic. Now, we engineered the pier lights to mount to the Hepco and Becker engine bars, and I scanned those engine bars using my iPhone. Actually, I scanned those, and then I used the iPad to design the 3D printed mount on the pier lights. Now, we've got the twisted exhaust, which wraps around the front of the engine bars, and that thing looks absolutely fantastic. It got absolutely soaked, and pretty much at one point it was underwater. However, we've got it back, give it a bit of a polish, and it's come up so well. Now, one of the obvious options that we've got on this bike is the luggage rack, which is mounted off of our passenger seat as well. So you can buy this on our website, and there'll be a link in the description for our website. And also with that, we added a stronger and stiffer shock, which allowed the bike to sit up higher. Now, to allow me to get real down nice and low in those corners, we designed and manufactured these completely bespoke foot pegs, and what that has allowed us to do is just move our feet up 17mm and back 7mm, and that allowed me to have a really comfortable ride on this bike. I actually wasn't expecting it to be as comfortable as it is. Now, on a standard bobber, the way that you sit on the bike, because your feet are low and forward, you end up sitting on the sort of tops of your legs. Because I moved my feet upwards and back, so I was more kind of sat on my sit bones, which allowed this bike to be really comfortable, even though we're still using the standard foam and the standard seat, which is really surprising actually. And honestly, these foot pegs work so well, and we will be offering them as an option for our customers in the future, and we're probably going to add them onto the website and our web shop as well, because they worked that well. Now, if we were going to improve this bike, which we are going to do on future models, which are going to be like adventure spec type things, then what I'm going to be doing as well is changing the top yoke and also changing the suspension linkage so we can lift this whole bike up maybe another 30 or 40 millimeters, and then we'll incorporate the high rise, high ground clearance foot pegs as well, and also modify how the side stand sits. And these bikes are going to be so incredibly capable. Now, as some of you will have seen, I did manage to get my knee down on this bike, absolutely hanging off the bike. Absolutely not necessary, but it's pretty cool that I managed to do it anyway. But with a higher ground clearance bike, that will just become a lot more natural as well. So I'm really looking forward to kind of designing and building those adventure spec bikes, and hopefully we'll have some really cool kind of specs coming out the back of that once customers start speccing them up and taking them on their very own adventures. Yes guys, competition time. So Thornton 100 Motorcycles have teamed up again this year with K&N Air Filters to bring one of you the opportunity to win 2 tickets for the full 4 days at the Goodwood Festival of Speed to hang out with me and the rest of the Thornton 100 team, see the RR which is still being built, go up the hill, and also catch the WFB 2.0 on the K&N stand. So all the details you need are in the section below. So this is only open to the UK and Northern Ireland guys, and the competition closes on the 3rd of July. But I just want to give a massive shout out to K&N for our biggest giveaway yet. And it's going to be a fantastic event, and I can't wait to hang out with some of you guys there, and hopefully we'll be able to go up the hill on the RR and everything will be complete. We'll have no engine explosions this time as well. And we're going to be making a lot of smoke and a lot of flame, so hopefully we'll see you there. So we actually think this is one of the most popular builds that we've ever built here at Thornton 100. The last video has done absolutely insane numbers, so if you haven't seen it yet, click back and make sure you check it out. I think that's a combination of the paint here, which I chose myself, which is from a BMW 7 Series, and also the combination colour of the seat. I thought it might be a little bit out there, it might be a little bit kind of too beige and bland, but it works so well, and the bike turns so many heads, especially in this really unique spec. And I had such a fantastic time riding it, and I've spent so long building Thornton 100 as a business, and also with my head down in the workshop building bikes like the supercharged RR that is coming soon, and also like WFB1 and WFB2, that I've kind of lost that kind of love for actually riding the motorcycles, and this has absolutely reignited my love for riding motorcycles and going on my very own adventures. So we're hopefully going to be doing a lot more adventure touring with the later adventure series bikes that we're going to be doing. So make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and also jump in the comments and let me know if you think there's anything else we should be adding to these bikes to make them even more capable, or things that you've experienced when you're out on your bike and riding, maybe even stuff like a cup holder for your coffee in the morning, or some weird little mods that you've done to keep your bikes really fun and adventure spec and adventure ready. So coming up next, we have some really unique SL builds with all of the titanium bolts and axles and special little accents that we do on those bikes, such as the titanium exhaust and the carbon fiber wheels. It's going to be a really unique bike. And we also have the full build from start to finish video of the supercharged Speed Triple 1200 RR, and then after that we'll be running it up the hill and doing all of those power and speed runs as well. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. So thank you so much for watching this video guys, and we'll catch you on the next ones.